So let's do these problems and let's talk to why I don't like some of them. Um, let's go with A19A first. It's still doable. I just think it could have been better. The density of this is like this. He gave a density. So we start with two. This is idea of 1 carat equals that. So you need to pick up a calculator and say 200 times 0.750, which should give you 150 milligrams. After that, you divide by 1000 because milligrams, 1, which gives you 0.150 grams. I wish I could write that better. Okay. And then that goes into our calculator with 0.150 grams multiplied by division by 3.51 cm squared. Actually, this is grams over here. I know this is cm's over here because the division to that. So you cancel out the grams to give you this number right here. This number, these two numbers. The reason I don't like it is because first you give carats, which no one gives a crap about, and you're talking about density of a diamond, which fair enough, but overall 1. And this one, definitely a 1. I'm not going to Ampex D to figure that out. That's just a painful question. Ooh, a question that I really don't know how to solve. Let's see. Fill it with water. Well, that's gonna take a while. So as you can see, next question is this one. So this is how you do it. The flaps weight is this. So 43.5 G, 50 grams is over here when it's empty, which is equal to M1. So M1 is over here. And we have for here, which is the mass over here. So it's 96.75 grams. Which this is kind of tricky, but over here, when we do 43.50, it's multiplied by 1, which is 9.6.75 later. So then we can just divide by 96.75 to equal the D2. So what do I say to this question? Bad. Just awful. Yeah, I don't like it at all. Mainly because you have to, I mean, it's not really chemistry right now, so every single question is going to be bad, basically, until like chapter like 2 or 3, which is sad. But yes, so M1 over here, M2 equal M1 and M2, basically that's the equation, and you can figure it out as mass multiplied by D multiplied. Yeah, the only reason that worked was we have it over here and we have this over here. I wouldn't recommend memorizing this because I'm pretty sure your teacher will never teach you this. It's just pointless. There's no need for it. Next question is, what volume of lead has a mass of what volume in cubic of lead this has the same mass as okay. So over here they're saying volume equals 215 cm3, which we can, what are they looking for? Volume. So we can, why would I need grams for? Why would I need grams again? To volume, okay, so I guess let's see what this turns into. So let's just multiply this by 0.38 and let's see M3 So 215 multiplied by 0.38 equals to some number, which I need a calculator, which is going to be cm -3. No, cm, no, not cm3, sorry, it's grams. Sorry, some grams. And then we can say lead, which has a density of this, which is 11.3 grams per cubic meters. We can get the grams over here, whatever number it is, and multiply it by cm3 by 11.3 grams, and we should get the answer. Now I'm going to grab my calculator real quick and come back. I do want to state that I'm a complete noob, which means I am only doing this because I'm final soon in, what time is it? 1 month from now. So yeah. It's a good time to mention where I got these questions from, which is from the Chemical Principle book by Peter Alkin. That's the book our professor's using. So yep, let's have fun deleting all this out. Yep. Okay, so next question is over here, and let me guess. So we need to use data from three. At this point, maybe we should do it, but I'm just going to cross this out because that's just not worth it. Because going to and also the thing about this is that this is unit 1. No one gives a really fundamentals A, which is no one gives a creeping crap about this because it's not real chemistry as the term is. I mean, it's part of chemistry, but not really. All right. And this is definitely not needed. Why would you ever need this question? This is awful question. Oh, yeah. Okay. This one's pretty good. We can do this one. So no, we could calculate this, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to just figure out the sig figs that we actually would need. So since there's 3 over here and then 3 over here, so the top has 3 sig figs. So now, keep in mind that the sig figs do not you should do the exact number until the final answer. Over here we have 1. So it's 3 sig figs. Sorry, this is not 3 sig figs. This is 5, so this is 5 sig figs, technically speaking. Over here, but it's 3 underneath, so it didn't matter about decimal. But anyway, these are basically 3, and most 3 at max is 4. So it could, depending what the number is, the point, so there's going to be a bunch of numbers over here, which is why I can't say it's 3 or 4. But there will be 1 sig fixed outside of the decimal. That's what I can claim by that. And that rule should cover all my bases for these questions, so there's no need to do more of those. Why do I have more of these shenanigan questions? Okay, I can see why people don't actually read do the problems in the freaking textbook until a certain point, because worthless. I mean, it's not worthless technically speaking. It's just I don't need it for my midterm. If I was studying for this midterm, I would not be doing this. Which luckily I'm only doing it because I have like a month left. Let's look at this question. So I need to look at that, and I'm not willing to, so that goes out of the way. Yeah, that also goes out of the way. So I need to bring out my textbook out, and it's not really worth it. The worth is not there because the teacher doesn't teach that at all, pretty much. Okay, let's look at this. The dimension of the block. I'm just testing out also the pad, so it's working out pretty good. I'm gonna shift focus soon to physics or Math 18, which is linear algebra, and I would talk more. But I think it's time to shift focus because these are not worth it. I need to find better questions that are worth actually doing. Because these don't look worth actually doing, unfortunately. So we're going to shift focus. I'm going to have to read these questions. For next time, I think I'm going to start reading the questions and seeing which ones are worth it. Like this one is kind of worth it, but the problem is that's like 5 units in. Like the EV is like, I believe, focus 1, which is like after A, do some kind of IG subtraction, I guess. And some of these are not even worth it. Well, I mean, what is a minute energy of football? That's kind of worth it if you want to do that one. But then you need to know K equal 1/2 mv squared, right? Or mgh, I guess, right? Oh no, it's spelled. I don't think these are actually part of. I don't one. I'm confused. These don't look like whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll read every single problem here, and come back to you doing this later because I don't think I'm right about some of these questions being